You've got to be bigger than your problems. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today is my birthday. I turned 28. Let's get it. Upward spiral gang. You already know what it is. Today I want to make a video specifically dedicated to anxiety because I've gone through a lot of anxiety in my own life. It's one of those things that just becomes like a radiator hum at times, in the background. Just you get paranoid, you might get a panic attack and all these things. I remember once when I was having a panic attack, and I reached out to one of my spiritual brothers. He talked to me in this voice and this tonality, and he told me that, brother, just come back to oneness. Just come back to oneness. That's what he told me. And those words, I remember it very clearly. I got into my bed, I closed my eyes, and I just started to watch the anxiety. I started to watch my heart beating faster, my palms sweating, all this stuff happening, right? I just started to watch like it was my character responding to it in the video game, instead of attaching meaning to the event and trying to rationalize and getting so wrapped up in the future and the past. Because that's what happens, is we experience anxiety either in the past or in the future. But guess what? That doesn't exist. All that exists is right now. The eternal now is what exists. And when you start to attach to your ego and your body, they're very little compared to the spiritual self, the Atma, the soul. So when you start to classify yourself and be like, oh no, my ego is trying to protect me in this moment, and oh, my body feels like it's shutting off, or no, it's not a panic attack. Actually, it might be a wake-up call for you. It's a wake-up call to do things differently. It's a wake-up call to understand and establish your boundaries. It's a wake-up call to come back to your freedom and your values. So the way you get out of this is you transcend the mind. You can't try and fight the mind and wrestle the mind, because the mind's always going to win. You can't do it, man. I've tried before. I've tried to wrestle my mind. I've tried to, out-mind the mind. You can't out-mind the mind. You can push the mind. You can bully the mind around, but after a while, it's going to get you back. So the thing to do it is to transcend the issue. You're bigger than your problems. Your spiritual self is bigger than the problem that you're facing. The God inside you is greater than the problem in front of you. Really start to understand that. It's a very, very powerful concept, and it's a simple concept. But I think the most simple concepts are the ones that people miss out on. They overlook. They bypass. They push to the side. But when you can actually understand the power of this and really lean in to this law of detachment, this ability to not be so attached to what is happening. When you start getting so attached, it's difficult to let something go, because we're holding up a lot of pressure. Our pressure is going to our mind as well, right up to the mind, right? And that's why anxiety is like a lot of energy in the mind. So you got to come back into the body and then transcend the mind, and even transcend the body in a sense. When you're freaking out, you don't know what to do, just close your eyes, get back into touch with your breathing. Your breath, the Latin word for breath is spira. Guess what that is? Spirit. Spirit. Spira is spirit. Inspiration. Same word. To breathe. To inhale and to exhale. And when we focus on that, our blood pressure starts to become less pressurized. To evolve, if you scramble the word evolve, it's love EV. What is EV? Your enthusiastic vision. So to evolve, you need to love your enthusiastic vision. If you stopped loving your enthusiastic vision, if you've taken your attention away from it, it's time to bring that attention back to it and hold it in your mind. Keep holding it, crystallizing it in your mind, and then letting it go, transcending it completely. Just like, it's like holding sand, right? If you squeeze it too tight, it's going to slip through your fingers. If you hold it softly, soft control, soft touch, you can actually hold that sand. And that's the same thing with the flow state. If you try and induce flow state and try and push for it, it's going to slip through your fingers. You can't induce it. You got to allow it. You got to gently control it, okay? So this is my reminder to you today. This is one of my mindset shifts out of anxiety. Realize, where am I? Am I in the past or the future, you know? Okay, I'm in the past right now. Let me get back into the present moment. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I touching? Come back to your senses and then find a way to get back in touch with your spiritual self. The knowledge of self will overcome all. Awareness is the key that will transcend. Awareness is what will give you that freedom. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Upward Spiral Gang.